So you've known about self-improvement or maybe even a dopamine detox, but you've never researched into it, and now you've decided to take action. Or you've known about the two things and wanted to see what I had to say about it. Either way, you're here now. I'm not going to waste your time. Here's the way to go on a long-term dopamine detox from my experience. My name is Cash, and I've been on a dopamine detox for a few months now, maybe 5 or 6. And it's been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Here is my story. Picture this. Me, as a young boy, 7 or 8 years old, from a few years ago. I'm 13 now. And I live in South Africa. A few years ago on the holiday, my grandma flew over. She came from America. She flew over for a holiday to see us from California. She flew over about 5 years ago. And she lived with us for a few years, and I was about 8 at that point, 8 years old. We lived in a different house at that time, and we had one Xbox One. I think it was an Xbox One S, the one that I have right here, but I don't use this one. It was an Xbox One S, and we got it for Christmas from my dad. It was like the family Xbox where we would watch TV or watch like Netflix on together, family shows, and the 3 brothers, me and my other brothers, would play video games on it. And from this Xbox, I really just fell in love with Fortnite, the video game. If you don't know what it is, good. It was my favorite game. I was so addicted to it that I woke up at 6 a.m., 5, 4, 3, even 1 a.m. just to start playing Fortnite before my brothers woke up, so I had more time to play. And before my dad came out and used the TV for news. Just imagine that. An 8-year-old that is so addicted to this one game that he wakes up at, I think the average was around 4 or 5 a.m. just to play before his brothers, so they wouldn't get the Xbox first. And also, to make it worse, I would go to sleep at around 11 p.m. at night, just playing this game. On top of that, my diet, mental health, and physical health was bad. I ate only sugar. My dad tried to stop me from eating only sugar, and he did a bit, but I wouldn't listen most of the time. I was lazy, skinny, and I hated everything that was against me. One day, I wanted to take control of my life. I wanted to take control of myself, my mind, and everything about my life. I wanted to change, but didn't. I didn't change until recently. Before I started watching Hamza, Andrew Tate, and David Goggins and other people like that, I watched a guy called Max Lifts on TikTok when I had TikTok. And I don't watch Max Lifts anymore on TikTok. I think he's on YouTube, but I don't watch him because it's just like short videos. And I think now I'm above that type of video. And if you still watch TikTok and ruin your mental health with TikTok, then if you're interested in gym supplements and gym kind of videos, then, and you have TikTok, still ruining your mental health with TikTok, I would suggest probably give him a try. He may help. Even after I watched Max Lift telling me to get good sleep, don't play video games all the time, I didn't listen, and I didn't take action with anything that he told me to do. Over the holiday that was into the New Year's, so from last year to this year, 2022 to 2023, over that holiday, the summer break for us, my older brother Daniel, I've mentioned him in some videos, told me to delete TikTok. And since I had respect for him for being such a big and strong guy, I did. I deleted TikTok. Then I heard he started meditating. And after that, I started as well. I researched how to meditate on YouTube, and the first video that came up was a Hamza video. I started watching Hamza, and since then he's changed my life forever. Now that I'm done with my story, here is the essential part of a dopamine detox that you might need to take note of and implement in your life to really execute the dopamine detox. So, what is a dopamine detox? We'll start with this first. It's where you detach yourself away from the instant gratification pleasure and sacrifice the gratification for your future self through delayed gratification. Instant gratification is like scrolling on TikTok for long, eating unhealthy food, and basically giving your current self pleasure and sacrificing your future self's happiness and pleasure so you can have a little hit of dopamine. This is why it's called a dopamine detox. So it's replacing instant gratification with delayed gratification, which is doing the hard work now so that your future self can get the gratification of your actions, like going into the cold shower so that your future self can experience the health benefits of a cold shower and just feel better and feel more proud of themselves for going through the pain. So, here are the essential things that I would suggest doing for a dopamine detox. Number 1, meditation. Some other things come with meditation that I'll get to soon, but I'll just go through meditation now. Why would you need to meditate? Meditation comes in many forms, but I meditate for discipline, mindfulness, which results in presence, and improved attention span. Improved attention span was why I started meditating, because I noticed my attention span was really bad, and I saw it as a problem. I needed to change it. So the meditation form that I use is mindfulness meditation. I have a video on that if you just go onto my channel and search for the mindfulness, I think it's called Guide to Mindfulness Meditation. If you just watch that, you can learn how to meditate. So just you can pause this video and do it now, or you can wait till the end and come back to this part of the video to find out the name of the mindfulness guide. But I would suggest you pause this video now, click off, and go to that video and learn how to meditate. Or you could save it as a note and do it after. So for meditation, you can download the app that I use. I'm not sure if you can do it where you just go into like a timer and set the amount of time that you want to do and meditate, or you can just do it freely and finish whenever you want. But I think having a tracker for meditation is a better way to track how long you've been doing it, track how many minutes you want to do it for, track how many total minutes you have. It's just all around better for me. So I would suggest you try this app out. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. It's called Medito. It's just this black app with an M inside the middle. And it's just called Medito, MEDITO. And you can just go into there, go on the lowest setting on meditation timer or daily meditation, and you can go on like 3 minutes. You can either have daily meditation where a guy talks to you and guides you through it, or you can go on to meditation timer, which I use, where you can choose music, or you can just do no sound, just sitting there. The lowest option is 3 minutes, so you can go for 3 minutes, and you can go up to 60 minutes. I personally do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes midday, or in the evening, to total out at 1 hour. Because I'm extreme, and I didn't feel like I was doing 3 to 15 minutes a day, and I didn't feel the effects or benefits, so I thought it was not working, so I just do more. And by simply doing more, I now feel the effects. I wish I also had like a book suggestion for meditation, but I don't, because I've only read a few. So you'll just have to watch the video that I have and try learn off of that. So, what are the things that you need to implement in your life with meditation that I said I was going to go through earlier, but didn't until now? Quitting most of the scrolling social medias. So, stop YouTube Shorts, stop TikTok, stop Instagram. Stop like Twitter. I'm not sure about a lot of the social medias, but the main ones are TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and all the other ones that you spend a lot of time scrolling on. Because the scroll gives you hits of dopamine, which then fry your dopamine receptors, which keep you on for longer. And it's instant gratification, which is not it's not part of the dopamine detox. It's actually the opposite of it. This is what we're trying to get rid of. So most people won't delete TikTok or their social medias. Even some girls in my class that we said, what if we offered you a million rand? Rand is like the currency in South Africa. To delete TikTok, and they said no. So very few people do this. As an actionable step of this video, the first actionable step, delete all the scrolling social medias, or at least stop using them. But delete TikTok, because TikTok has like the tracking kind of like information stealing part of it that's also bad. It's not just the scrolling for that one. So from scrolling, it shortens your attention span because you constantly get these short little videos. If you don't want to watch it, you just scroll and you get a new video, which shortens your attention span. I've said this in a video before. I would spend 8 hours a day on this chair, like right here, scrolling on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I couldn't even tell which one I was on. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go to TikTok now." I would go off. I'm already on TikTok, so I couldn't even tell what I was on, and it made my attention span so short that I couldn't sit through about a 6 to 10 second advert on YouTube. That's when I saw it to be a big problem, and that's when I started meditating. So stop watching YouTube Shorts. Stop scrolling on YouTube Shorts. Don't scroll on YouTube either. I want to have a video of the extensions I use on my laptop right here to stop me from scrolling and wasting my time on YouTube. But I'm not really sure how I'm going to post on a screen recorded video on the laptop. So stop scrolling on social medias. If you can learn from Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter or other social medias, and you only use them for 10 minutes per month, then I guess it's fine. But as long as you're learning, because I've learned from YouTube a lot. That's why I'm here. It's flipped my life around, so that was really, really great for me. I've learned a lot from YouTube, that's why I still watch it. But I don't watch my stupid stuff and scroll mindlessly on YouTube Shorts. So you get the point. Start meditating. Mindfulness meditation. And quit the scrolling social medias and delete them. Unless you're learning from YouTube and not watching mindless stupid videos. Number 2. Gratitude. In specific, gratitude journaling. I guess we could do gratitude as one part and journaling as another part, and then mush them together. Gratitude can be spread. I'll start with gratitude. Gratitude can be spread in many different ways. It could be through gratitude journaling, or it could be spread through a message online, or in real life, a personal. You could say and express your gratitude to someone in person, or you could write a letter for them on paper. And I personally prefer, in my new journal, it's hard to read this one because I was speeding it up, but I like to write it down on a piece of paper. This one's a bit better, but it's not much better. So I use one full page of this book. So like this full thing on gratitude journal every day in the morning. So that's the gratitude journaling part. You could do it in your room, you could do it anywhere, you could do it outside. But right now it's pretty rainy and I don't want to destroy my journal, so I'm not going to do it outside, but I can do it. You can do it anywhere, on a plane, on a boat, anywhere. And then I'll go to the gratitude journaling part, which I've basically just done. I can explain it to you. Hold on. So, start every sentence with I am grateful for, or I am grateful that, I am grateful to, I am grateful for. And then write what you're grateful for, full stop, and continue with I am grateful for. I am grateful that. And just continue over and over and over. If you think there's nothing to be grateful for, then you're an idiot. But we can go through some of the things that you can be grateful for, just as ideas. The notepad, piece of paper, or journal that you're writing in, you can be grateful for that. You can be grateful for the shade that you're getting under the tree that you're writing under. You can be grateful for the room you're in. You can be grateful for the pencil and that it's sharp, or the pen. You can be grateful for the house you're in, the car you're in, the train you're in, the boat, the plane you're in, the clothes you're wearing, the device you're watching this video on. You can be grateful for many things. So there are also a few ways of gratitude journaling. Some people do at the top, like heading, I am grateful for, and then they'll just write this chair, this monitor, this phone, this robe. They do something, sometimes do it like that. I like to do it where I am grateful for this chair because it was very expensive and I got it for a cheap price, or it is very comfortable and I use it for my work, which really does help. So there are a few ways you can do it. Just try them all out. Whichever one works best for you is which one you can do. Now onto the journaling part. So we did gratitude journaling, and we now onto journaling. You could get a notebook, a journal, or a notepad, or anything, even a document on Google Docs or something like that. But I suggest it on like paper, so just it takes longer to write with your hands, and you learn more when you read in your own handwriting. And you don't even have to be able to read it. You kind of just have to just write down anything, to be honest. Journaling can be great for when you need to talk to somebody and you grab a piece of paper to talk to somebody, but you're talking to yourself. It's great to make decisions, learn more about yourself, or learn more about people, learn more about the trauma you have, or if you don't have trauma, then you can learn about the dopamine detox and how it's working for you. You can just journal and then figure things out while journaling, or you can clear your mind when journaling. So it's really a great thing. I've done it a few times, and it's an amazing part of the dopamine detox. Now, number 3 would be reading. And it's kind of, you can read fictional books, like manga, or just like general fictional books. But I wouldn't suggest them. I'd rather spend my time reading something that provides information and that helps me, like a self-help book. If I can give you some suggestions. Actually, I also have a video that says, if you're not reading, start reading now, or start reading now, something like that. But it's about reading, and I'm holding the books that I have in my hands in the thumbnail. I'm gonna get some book suggestions right now. So if you're into like the purpose kind of books and you want to find your purpose, then The Way of the Superior Man is a great one for you. It's The Way of the Superior Man by David Dider. It's a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of woman, work, and sexual desire. This is like as Hamza said, the Bible to masculinity and men. It's a pretty short book, so if you're just getting started, then I would really suggest this. I read this one after How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's more of like a how to speak to people the right way kind of book. So it was great as well. So this one and The Way of the Superior Man and How to Win Friends and Influence People, I would suggest you get those two just to start out. Now, if you're into the self-help of like life and just life in general, if you wanna, I guess these are kind of self-improvement related rules, like stand up straight with your shoulders back. I have a video on that. And treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. I have a video on that. Make friends with people who want the best for you. This is a great book as well. It's pretty long, it took me quite a while to read, but if you're interested in like that lifestyle rules for life book and you like Jordan Peterson, this is a good one. It's really good. And if you're more interested in life, liberty, and the pursuit of entrepreneurship or business, then I suggest Unscripted. If you hear that, those are the dogs. Just random dogs. They always do this, but just ignore that. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. It's pretty long too. I really like this book. It's amazing if you can learn from it and actually use the information that he tells you to. So yeah, Unscripted is very good. If you're into business and life, liberty, and the pursuit of entrepreneurship, then that's the one for you. And The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. This is also great. It's pretty long. This is amazing. The thing is, it's more about the 4-hour workweek, and I'm not too interested in working a normal job and living in nice places for a small amount of money, but working the normal job from a remote place and anywhere in the world. So this is basically just about a business, like making a business, or using the 4-hour workweek principles, which is working a normal job, but from a remote place in anywhere in the world for a cheap cost. Like sailing across the Caribbean, like you used as an example. Sailing across the Caribbean at a very cheap cost and only working 4 hours a week more productively from a remote place than in the office. There's also a poem inside of this book that encouraged a person to quit their job. Not that I'm trying to say anything to you, but I have this poem on my wallpaper on my phone. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Alright. Not sure if I'm going to be able to find it, so 4-hour work week. Would suggest, but it's not really my type of lifestyle that I would like. I would rather work a lot and make a whole lot more than just a normal job from a remote standpoint. So I would suggest it though, because it's not just that. It's also about like, it's very valuable. I want to make a product pack where it's me talking about the books and all of that for like a cost, like a course or something like that. So I don't want to spoil any of the books now, but yeah, I would suggest all of these books. But if you give me a second. Dopamine detox reading is not really taking the path of the fictional childish books like Bridge to Terabithia. I read this for school. The 4 books that I just showed you is what I would suggest for a dopamine detox for reading instead of Bridge to Terabithia and Demon Slayer. I have Demon Slayer books. I have Volume 1, Volume 2, 4, and up until 11. Because I missed out on 3. It didn't come in the mail, but these books can be nice. They can be pretty nice, and I did enjoy reading them. But like Timothy Ferris said in this book, he said, or was it unscripted? I'm not sure, but one of them said they do suggest reading like 15 minutes of fiction every night before bed to help their sleep. It like takes your mind off of real world stuff, and just helps you sleep. But I haven't tried that. It's not really my thing, fictional books. But in the dopamine detox world, self-help books and business books and stuff like that is what you want to be reading and looking into. Watch my video, which is called Start Reading Now, and then choose a book, choose a valuable book that you can read for quite a while and learn from. It's just started raining now. Look. I'm also back from Greece. I haven't told anyone but online, but as you can see, I'm back in my room. I was in Greece for 10 days. So that covers meditation, journaling, and gratitude, reading, and now I'll go on to physical activity and exercise. I have a video on the 4 pillars to success, which was my first video ever on this channel, and it's about reading. The 4 pillars to success are meditation, reading, gratitude, and exercise. So now on the exercise part. Yesterday it was raining, and I had go on a run on my schedule, and so I said, it's raining, it's cold, I'm tired, got things to do. I'll just do some push-ups instead of going on a run. I did those 15 push-ups, and I said, shut up, get your clothes on, get ready, and go on the run. And I got out of my door, started running maybe 50 meters away from my house, and the wind almost swept me to my feet. And I thought, how would I feel if I just turned back now? So I kept running. And I was out for 30 minutes. And I was only at my halfway point. And I was ready to come back because I set a point. I got to the point and I was ready to come back. My dad came in and picked me up because it was too rainy and everything. But that was just me persevering through the excuse. As David Goggins says, this is my excuse. And I got through it. Exercise is an amazing thing that you can do for yourself. You can go to the gym, build an aesthetic or strong, muscular physique, do running, do sports, just anything to make you active, have your blood pumping, heart pumping, and just being active. Like I said in my Don't Be Average video, I think I said how to not be average, or Don't Be Average is the title, but I'm not sure. I said if you drop down and do 10 push-ups right now, you're above 50% of people. It's a made-up statistic, but it is kind of true. Just staying consistent with exercise can make you feel better, look better, act better, and it's pretty hard, which is why most people would not do it. And that's why if you exercise, you can consistently, you can become above average, because most people are just cuddled up in their blankets at home, in their robe, and just in complete comfort. And that's why I felt the need to go out on the run yesterday. And I did it, and I was offered a ride home from I think she was a mother of someone, but she asked me if I wanted a ride home, and I said absolutely not, because once again, I thought, how would I feel if I took a ride home? I haven't even barely started. How would I feel if I took a ride home now? So I didn't, just continued, and I did it because they weren't. So you can exercise consistently. I don't have any gym workout routines for you, but if you have a few weights, if you have a floor, if you have a road or a ground to run on, you can exercise and you can become slightly above average and even progressively overload to become stronger, better stamina, run further. Oh shit. Load shedding just hit. Anyways, you can use all of these different ways to exercise and just keep yourself feeling better. Now, I've always been pretty skinny. Like if you look at me here, I'm pretty skinny. But I do exercise, and I do just making myself brighter. Hold on. I'll put you there. Alright. So I do exercise, and I am trying to build muscle and build a better physique. And I do this from the 5 kilogram weights I have, push-ups, sit-ups, also joining a martial arts class or just a physical class. As you can see, my neck is getting bigger. I train neck, by the way, as well. Very important to do. For your gym exercise, consistent gym exercise, there are the 6 aesthetic muscles from Hamza that you should probably try to prioritize. They're like what makes you most aesthetic. I haven't done it fully, but I have got a compliment on my neck getting bigger and asked if I train my neck. Yes, I do. And it's pretty nice having a compliment on something that you've been working very hard to achieve. And so these 6 aesthetic muscles, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to cut and I'll be back another day because it's load shedding and it's not very nice in this position. 6 aesthetic muscles: neck, traps, I think it was upper chest, rear delt, I think it was rear delt or middle delt, I'm not sure, but one of the sides of the deltoid, and then was abs. So neck, traps, upper chest, rear delt or middle delt, and then abs. Since I'm pretty lean and skinny, I've always had abs because, a bit low body fat percentage. But now I'm trying to bulk up and build some muscle. And I would suggest for any people that are just getting into the gym or into fitness, I would suggest bulking up first, eating a lot, eating the right stuff, and then building lots of muscle, training hard, and then becoming lean. So, yeah, that's exercise.